Welcome, Michael here. I am working on the quadrature of rectangles, triangles, and now polygons. So you can generate whatever polygon you want, and I'm using Grasshopper 2, and you can import that polygon, and it will immediately satellite out a translation of that triangle into a rectangle, and then use the circle to do the quadrature of a rectangle. So triangle to rectangle to square to the quadrature. And so you can basically plug in any polygon that you want. It will take the parts of it. It's not the traditional way that was done, which was counting the points around a polygon and going to the next one. But the reason I kept to this is because a polygon that you might create that starts to zigzag like this can be a little more tricky. So you have to kind of think of a mesh in this way. So I'll try and resolve this, but right now all I do is grab the center point of any polygon I make, and immediately it breaks it into its wedges, its triangles, it sends those triangles out, and that's what happens. So let's go back in. I'll tell you, man, Grasshopper 2 crashes more than I like. I know I'm supposed to send them all in, but they're so common. I have a little VR kid playing monkey tag behind me. Let's try this again. So you want to go in, you want a G2. And I was using Grasshopper 1 in the script, so to load it up, it probably will have to open Grasshopper 1 as well. I do like my view. I'm not going to install Grasshopper 2 there. I'm going to go to dark mode and go to show names. I'm going to go to all the scripts I've been providing in my GitHub to those interested. I'm on day 56, even though I've probably made more than one a day. That will open the original Grasshopper because I have 2 nodes in use. And then I also have, we'll just go here to top view, see what's happening here. And I think I didn't save, and I did not. So I just lost what I was doing to make these volumes and check their areas. But in any case, this one seemed to be working, and something has gone wrong. Let me open again. Which is not good. Something has collapsed on me since I last did it. I'm not sure what. I tried to save. It might have been the last polygon I put in. This one's working. This polygon is possibly working. There it goes. It just didn't run right. And so I'll want to find the area of each one of these triangles before putting it into rectangle and then putting it over here. And you can also generate meshes and do this. And my goal is that you can take any mesh and immediately check the volume of each one, the area of each one, to know what size, shape, or material is needed. Now, it's almost redundant, but I like it because it's dealing with the quadrature of forms. So all I have to do is kind of plug through this again. I could walk through all of this script that I wrote, but what you'll notice is that the area contained within these triangles, this is actually just the length of these, so that's not necessary. But you can take the data that you already have before I do the move. This data, let me just finish it off and go back to what I had. I had these fragments. These fragments have endpoints. Those endpoints can go back to the point in the middle, so I can literally grab a curve and just quickly, actually this is probably more efficient. Hopefully it doesn't crash again. Take that point and go to the middle. Yeah, this is probably easier. And I can take this point and go to the middle. So yeah, if you want to get the scripts in, then I can just do a quick loft. You end up using so many basic freeform loft from curves. Put it in, hold down shift. You should be able to get your loft in fragments, and because trees are just amazing. I did that wrong. Put that into options. Let's take this with a shift, put it in the curves, and there you go. You have a solid. Let's make this one blue. So we have blue, red, and actually I think I'll make it a purple or a blue turquoise a bit. And so there is your object that then I can take that and scoot it all the way down here past those curves. And so long as those original triangles will match the volume 4.829, 4.829, 4.829, and you're realizing that the area of these triangles with a little bit of this Euclidean geometries from a basic compass and a straight edge, you can replicate these things. So I think it's up and working. Let me just take this and hit save. Sorry for the jumble. Usually I'm trying not to talk when I give these tutorials. You can literally go in here, grab another one, and you'll see how this script really does work. And I'll show one that works. So you can go in here and double click. And first line you can produce here, shoot it over here, take that line, shoot it over here, take that line, shoot it over here, take that line and bevel it down, and take that line and hang on, we'll go from here to here. And if I end that, there we go, I've got a line that I can import. Watch what happens. Boom. And something went wrong again. So it's something happened. Let me go back into this one. Just want to make sure everything works. It might have been that I was outside of the center. That's what I did, is I didn't stay to the center. So let's go in and grab another curve. Let's double click and let's start to make that. Let's make one here. And that's because I don't have it referenced to the center of this, because I really was just drawing this out. Let's draw a long one here. Let's take this polyline all the way over to here. Let's take this polyline and just do a short one and do another short one. This will be kind of fun. And then do a long one to end, and then hit enter. And because the center's in there, I can plug this one in now, and I think it'll do great. There we go. Took all the triangles, and even though there's a little overlap now, it didn't really square it, which is weird. This probably drew down. Something's odd. I'm not sure if it made a decision. I'm trying to make it script well each time. Let me try again. No, there is a little faulting out on this rectangle. I'm not sure what that is. That should come out like this. And this line should actually go all the way to here, and then it should come out like a square. So there's something working here. This one's working to come to the circle. This one's working. There must be something tricky that's happening here, and I'm going to have to solve what that is. Could have been a small angle. Could be that it's oh, I see what's happening. He's trying to draw a line down like this because it's going from center to the edge. So if this center to the edge falls outside of this baseline, I'm going to have to tidy up my script. So let's go into here again and double click. And obviously it doesn't work for everyone right now. I've got to solve this equation better. But then again, I'm not under pressure by the Pythagoreans to do this. Let's take this one and go here. And then this one, let's finish it off here. Let's see if this one's going to be tight. I think I'm going to have the same trouble. Yeah, so let's put that one in. There we go. And I don't know if I hit enter on that. I didn't. So that one's running. That one's running. But you will have problems with shearing if you're pulling this polygon too far. So I'm going to have to clean up my script and find out the errors of it. It works basically, it's kind of like making your first calculator, but finding out of all the bugs that have to happen in it. So, you know, this is just a great way to understand Grasshopper 2, to know the new nodes, to play with a few things. It's not the most efficient script. If you take a look at it, you can play with it. But otherwise, it's not too bad. Let me go in here and try this again. First line. And then, sorry, first line, second line, third line, so long as I stay fourth line. Yeah, I'll try this again. And there's that one, and hit enter. Now let's see if this one ended up working. And it looks like it did. They all stayed square, and they produced the areas, but through a little bit of geometry. And sorry for that nightmare, nine nightmare. I will have to resolve this, and it will have to make decisions of which is obtuse, which is hypotenuse, and which is adjacent. And I will have to find easier ways to do it. It's a basic script, but it doesn't work for every instance of every polygon. I could try it just to make geometries from other meshes. And keep in mind that you don't have to keep this planar. That's the best thing, is you can start playing off of these and see how they affect in a three-dimensional world. Anyhow, playing around with Journey Through Genius, my main goal was to take this to an extreme and find a way to do the quadrature of the loon. So we're going to do a loon is quadrable to start, and after we'll do that, we'll take it to a proof that's kind of like an early form of calculus, dealing with estimating a circle or squaring the circle. And in the end, we will learn that the assumption of assuming that the quadrature of a circle is possible, the theorem is actually going to be the opposite of that because you have a contradiction. And so that's going to be pretty exciting. Anyway, this is the point of all of this series, is to get to Hippocrates from Chios quadrature of the lune to make an estimate to show that the irrational numbers and things make the squaring of the circle impossible. Really doing this out there for some people like Daniel Kristev. I know they're interested in this, and I talked about doing this book a long time ago. So I'm just going to plug through the 12 Theorems of Journey Through Genius by William Dunham and see if I can't use the language of arithmetic, geometry, and Grasshopper to make that possible. Thanks very much for watching.